Have you ever heard the phrase that limitations enhances creativity? If yes or no, I think either way is cool, because for this video I wanted to share a little self-experiment that I did during a 5-day family vacation, and I thought, why not bring just one machine? In my case it was the Electron Cycles, my old MacBook Pro, which is 2010 or something, I don't know, which basically serves as a backup machine to my main machine here. Also Zoom H1 handy recorder to make some field recordings. Yeah, some basic plugins like Sound Toys, and my idea was to create a track with just those set of tools, right? Yeah, and I actually documented the process a little bit in the vacation in the mountains, and I needed to talk a little bit silently because my wife and kid was sleeping when I did this, but I hope you still get something out of it, and I hope it still inspires you some shape or form. And yeah, let me know in the comment section how you want to limit yourself for your next project, for your next track. This video I wanted to share some learnings, so yeah, let's jump in. So yeah, my idea was to use only a handful of tools to create a track, or at least an idea for a track. And normally I use my iMac with all the plugins on it and everything, basically all the samples and whatnot. And I thought, okay, how can I still keep up my daily writing sessions or habit during those 5 vacation days? And I thought, okay, let's make a challenge. And the only thing I brought was my old iMac, 2011 I guess, I don't know. It's basically just a backup to my iMac, and it has Ableton 9.7 and a few plugins, Sound Toys plugins. Then I brought a pair of headphones, basic, and Electron Cycles that I bought a few months back and never really used, and this Zoom field recorder, also really basic. And I thought maybe I can record some samples here in the mountains. And then the first surprise was actually, I want to open it up, no batteries, another limitation, cool. And yeah, I will talk about this a little bit later. But anyway, about this machine here, I bought it a few months ago, maybe 6-7 months ago, and I used it in the beginning, and then I packed it away because, yeah, I didn't like the clap that it created. But then a few weeks back to my friend, we had a chat, and then somehow this machine popped up in the conversation, and he said, yeah, it's an amazing machine, you need to use it, and for percussion and whatnot, live jamming, it's amazing. And I thought, okay, maybe let's give it a try, and it's amazing. It's really amazing. I still don't like the clap, but what I like about this machine is one cable into the Mac. It serves also as an audio interface here, so I can just set the Electron Cycles as my input and output device, right, in Ableton. So I have one cable, I put the headphones in there, and then I can jam and record everything into Ableton, which is really cool for a minimalistic setup. So that's the thing, yes. And never forget the beer, right? So yeah, let's talk about my learnings during this process. I really learned, or thought, we need to max out tools and then just add new on top of it, right? Not just buying things use it a little bit, and then buy another thing, use it a little bit, and then the cycles goes on and on, right? That was learning number one. So we need to use a limited set of tools, max them out, and as we get bored, I believe we can change up the workflow, and we can also do that by adding new gear, plugins, whatever, right? Learning number two, we need to write the shitty tracks to actually write better tracks, right? And finish them. Because maybe you saw the other video about with recreation, which was not exactly the same, but it still inspired me. And what I learned during that process, I transformed to using in this machine, right? For example, longer holding bass notes, soft kick, soft claps, snares, whatever. And I needed to write that track to actually move further, right? To actually get inspired by it. So, because I often hear people saying, yeah, I don't like what I make, but honestly, it's part of the process. It's part of the creative process, I believe. And also, a few weeks back, I showed you the tool Kinetic from Native Instruments, Contact instrument, and I came up with good results with it. And then I thought, okay, I can maybe just use some field recordings, because what this Kinetic thing is doing is morphing just field recordings samples, right? So I did some research and I found that it's some kind of sample morphing, but I don't know exactly what it is, right? But then I jumped on Google, and because this thing didn't have any batteries, I found another tool, which is an iPhone app that is a field recorder and also has some sample morphing in it, right? And also some granular effects on it and some reverb, so it has already some good stuff built in, and you can walk around everywhere you are and record everything, right? And then create loops out of it and then transform it to your cloud drive, Google Drive, Dropbox, whatever you want, and the workflow is actually easier than this one, right? So this accident here helped me to come up with another idea, right? So this is actually another limitation that in the end turned out is an advantage and brought me new ideas. So yeah, and in number 3, I would say there's always a good sound in a track, even in the worst track, right, that you write, or something, a new technique, a new skill that you build, a new effect, a new preset chain that you can save. And that goes back to the second learning, of writing shitty tracks, that we can come up with better sounding tracks, right? It's part of the process. So I believe there's always something we can learn from the bad tracks, or save, or use for future tracks. If it's arrangement skills, sound design, effects, whatever, there's something, one little piece that we can use, trust me. If it's just one kick or whatever, it's part of the process. And then another thing I believe is crucial is that we need to work from time to time in another environment to actually boost creativity. And I didn't came up with the best track idea here, but some fresh ideas like this YouTube tutorial. No, it's not a tutorial, but self-experiment, right? And I want to share it with you. And again, I think it's right, the term or phrase limitation boosts creativity, especially because of this one. This was my biggest aha moment somehow, because this was truly an accident. I was ready to record something, and then I found it has no batteries. Sure, I can buy some batteries, but out of laziness, I just jumped on Google and wanted to find another solution, and I came up with this app, that field recorder app, which is actually better than this Zoom, because this has no sample morphing, no granular whatever in it, right? And I can't transform the samples easily to my cloud and then use it in a DAW. So yeah, to sum it up, to just sum it up quickly, number one, we don't need new tools, we just need to max out the ones we already have, and then if we get bored out of them and max them out, adding new ones. Number two, we need to write the shitty tracks and finish them to actually learn from them and move further. Number three, there's always something good in a bad track, a technique, whatever it is, that we can use for further tracks. And number four, writing in different environments can also enhance creativity and spark some new ideas. And I think I need to stop the video because my son just got woke up. Okay, just to quickly show you what I was coming up with. Please forgive the poor audio quality, because I use simple headphones, AirPods or something, but it does the job just for you to showing this, hopefully. Yeah, this is again Ableton 9.7 on my old MacBook, and basically everything was coming from electron cycles, except this clap here. It's from a sample library, I guess. Right, and a crystallizer on it. It's just an idea for now, some rough arrangement, and what I did was really just doing some live jams, jamming, recording, tweaking, randomly tweaking on the cycles. And yeah, again, all those sounds are coming from the cycles. And what I also did, that I mentioned before in the video, was some field recordings, so that it's this one. Right, just some, I don't even know what it was, just random recordings with my iPhone. In context. A little bit too loud probably. Again, here are some more, I guess, some field recordings. Yeah, I want to just make some texture, background stuff to glue that thing a little bit better together. That was my idea. Don't know if it actually worked, but and some effects on it, crystallizer and echo boy. Without. Again, this was also just recorded with my iPhone and with this loop field was the app called, I guess. And I have some more here. This is awesome somehow. But also the effects play a big role in this. Right? It's long tail. And here, just quickly, here are all my random field recordings. Right, really basic somehow, you know. It's just some field recordings, some effects on it, and electron cycles. And I certainly learned some things about keeping it simple. I still want to add some other stuff to this track. Don't know what yet exactly, but yeah. It was a really great experiment for me to actually see that we don't really need a whole lot of things, you know. I will stick for a few tracks, I guess, with the electron cycles. It's an easy machine and it's a lot of fun. Love its connectivity, one cable for USB, and it serves also as a audio interface. Yeah, and this app is really cool, Loop Field, if you look for some random field recording. So I was just walking around and then randomly took my phone out of my pocket, recording something, then tweaking a little bit, and then you can easily export it and use it in your track, right? And it's customized. It's not something from a sample library. It's your taste, your personal creativity, and so on, and it costs not really much. I don't know if there is an Android version, but I'm sure there is something similar to this. I hope this inspires you somehow, and please let me know in the comment section how you want to limit yourself for your next project, for your next track, either by gear, by plugins. Maybe you stick to 3 plugins, maybe you stick to one machine to create the track, maybe you limit yourself to just use Ableton's stock synthesizer, whatever, and let me know some learnings that you found out during this process. I'm really happy to hear, and yeah, I hope this inspires, I hope this helps. And again, if you want to download my soft but snappy Rominimal Ableton kick, you can do so under the link. It's completely for free as a gift from me to you. And yeah, I hope you like it. See you in another video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.